Hello everyone, this is Greyshot bringing another CH2 replay. This one's brought to you by, Earth. He hasn't made a replay in quite some time, so as soon as he said one, I'm like, you know what, I'll take a look at it. We also have Yerland, Redman, and, yeah, GTA is back. We also have Chimbo, Dr. 11, and Demon. Double check all the ranks real quick. If you want to make your own replay, you can do so via my YouTube channel. Go to my Gmail and or Facebook. Submit the replay along with a short description. The title looks like I have to give it probably to the Axis, honestly, for a little more playtime, but we'll see how that goes. I can vouch for all these people. They've played the game just once again. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, when I first got this, very surprised that Earth had this team, to be completely honest. But I am fine showcasing it because Earth submitted about this game. So I'm fine as Earth's replay. This is okay. Alright, this won't be awkward whatsoever. In any case, we have 2 British and 2 Soviet versus 2 OKW and 2 Vermont. I would say pretty even. No Americans, which make this even better. Okay, yeah. After a lot of American plays today, I was like, oh, you know what? No Americans? That's fine. That's good. We'll see how things go. British, hopefully, locking down the fuel, but the problem is those MGs moving on up. Wow, okay, I wasn't even kidding. Damon's actually moving them up. We also have 11 going Ostrupen Doctrine, so a lot of cheaper infantry that can be deployed, which is he using? Yes, he absolutely is. They can be equipped with the MG42. Again, they're still pretty good. Again, they're not as good as the MG as the Grenadiers, but they're decent defensive infantry, I would say. They're more. It's like in probably the best way to describe it would be in Hearts of Iron. Oh, okay, different game. Yeah, they're pretty much the reserve troops. They're not the best they're not the best like frontline troops, but again, they'll do. They'll fill up the gaps in the line to make sure the enemy can't puncture through. MG opening fire. We can see here that the Universal Carrier is trying to advance, but MG is just tearing it apart. Oh boy. They're actually doing a pretty good job opening fire on it. Looks like the British might have to fall back. MG not taking a shred of damage. Actually, most of these guys aren't taking damage, except for the Ostrupen, who lost one guy. British infantry going on the flank, but once again, I don't understand what their plan is. Do they have a mortar? Do they hoping for the MGs to beat it? But it's in heavy cover. Not a great plan. Not a great plan. Also, the Universal Carrier might blow up. Nope, pulls it back. In mid, we have Ostrupen firing on British infantry. Hey, Ostrupen, you know how you can beat it? Just get on this edge right here, and that you can just fire at the building. You know, just fire bullets through a building. Eventually hit somebody. That's how it works. Let's see. Redman went with advanced emplacement, so again, a lot of emplacements. GTA with mobile assault, so a lot more infantry focus and anti-infantry focus. Some, again, vehicle repairs, but nothing major for late game. I would say that's huge. The vehicle repair is probably the biggest thing. That's just for annoying the enemy with vehicles that you have a tough time killing. Damon didn't pick anything yet. We have the Ostrupen Doctrine. Yerland went with the guard mortar coordination tactics. Okay, so again, heavy infantry, heavy armor, in a way to make the heaviest of armor equal to the more advanced medium tank. So, not too bad. MG kind of facing the wrong way, so good job, Earth. Oh boy, going the maximum spam. I can say that because he's going literally out of 5 units, the 3 of them are maxims in the first 4 minutes of the game. I can say that's a bit of a spam. I think that's reasonable. Looks like the Germans are actually doing pretty good on the right, per se. They have this area locked down. We have additional forces coming in. I'm assuming they're coming in to flank the Soviet guy over here to keep their holdings, but it looks like they're having some issues with all the MGs. What they might want to end up doing is, yeah, use the Kubel, come on the flank, so that way they don't, you know, keep being destroyed. We don't have a fire grenade yet because, again, they need the supply truck. Wow, the Maxims are pushing back the infantry, and the Universal Carrier is coming in to push them back. So, nice job overall. Nice job. British infantry being suppressed, MG opening fire, along with a few others. So, wow, okay. Germans lock, wow, oh, and double mortar, of course. They've really locked down this left-hand side. They're like, okay, we lost the right, so we cannot let this left side fall under any circumstances. All right, cool. So after that MG push in mid, that's going to allow, some mines to be placed. Maybe that Volk squad take advantage, open fire on the unit. Looks like they are. And because that unit's placing something and not paying attention and being shot, they're going to be very easy to kill. Maxim opening fire, flamethrower pushing them back. Ostrupen moving on in. Could easily take this out if they go in front of the Maxim, I swear to God. Okay, they're not. They're actually being... No, don't you dare. Come on, Ostrupin. Don't. Okay, no, they're actually being smart. They're going heavy cover and open fire on the unit. The problem would be a mortar coming down. But this Maxim's like, oh, okay. That's fine. We'll just leave the building. Oak Squad's pushing on up. We also have an MG, a Maxim, and... Let's see. Yerlin just locking down the left-hand side. Going around and capturing this point. Very nice. They should be able to knock out some of the resources for the Germans and allow a small resource advantage for hopefully to go to the Allies. They already have munitions. Maybe they can get some fuel as well. Well, at least knocking that out, actually. Well, yes. Even though they decapitate, say, Greyshot, it's not going to go to them. But if they start putting caches and with knocking out this territory over here, then they would get in and actually start gaining that advantage. They just need to connect the territory. Maxim just suppressing everyone. And I'm assuming this universal carrier is on standby to, you know, suppress if needed. But the Ostrupen are pretty much blobbed up, so pretty easy to stop them. Double mortar moving on in. We have a mortar emplacement going down. So it looks like the British are going to fortify over here. It is kind of funny that all the Soviets are on the left-hand side and the British are on the right. It's like, hey guys, let's work together. Reminds me of like the scene from Halo 3 where the elites and the... I've been watching a lot of content for Halo 3. Where the elites and the humans pass over and like give each other weapons. And be like, hey, look, there's a sign that, you know, they're kind of working together to fight a common foe. In this case, they're like, Soviets, British, you want to work together? And they're like, nope, we're good. We'll go on our separate sides. We'll deal with it. But anyway, speaking of who's doing better, I have to say, it looks like the Soviets are doing better overall, but we'll see for how long that lasts. Actually, hold on. Oh my god, the Wehrmacht and OKW doing the exact same thing. Wehrmacht's like, hey, OKW, you work together? No, I hate your guts. I hate yours too. See you later. See you later. Any case, looks like a decent infantry assault looking to gear on up and push. For Kenworth on standby, Kubel and a bunch of other troops from Dock is moving on in. Oak Squad's trying to hold the line, but the flamethrowers are opening fire. They are burning them, trying to push them out of that cover. I do think the flamethrowers can be enough to hold them back along with the Maxim. Oh no, fire grenade going down. Could burn that unit alive and overwhelm them, especially with the Stern Pioneer Squad. They gain close, they can shred infantry, and yep, they're going to pull it back. We do have suppression going on from the Universal Carrier that might suppress those Stern Pioneer squads and open them. On the far right side, we see Redman trying to launch an assault. I think he dropped... Nope. He's just... No, he's just firing mortar shells. But that being said, he's also being mortared from the double mortar pit. Half-track realizing, yeah, this is stupid. I'm just going to go in. But that being said, we have an AT gun and a Maxim opening fire. Oh, this thing needs to get out of there. Oh my god. This thing is so close to dying, it's not even funny. Wow, the fire actually killed that. And the British Infantry Squad managed to kill that half-track, but the fire might be enough to kill it. Redman did haul down, but the fire is still going to progress. If they do maybe a couple Panzerfaust to keep on shooting and the mortars keep coming down, they probably will kill it. And that would pretty much waste, what, 800 manpower for the British for emplacements? Once again, it's great to have mortar pits. They are great for hurting infantry in a respected area. But the thing you also have to reconsider as well is if you have nothing protecting it, you're essentially having a very large target that can be killed with gunfire, light mortar fire, etc. It doesn't take a lot. And there it goes. So Redman just lost a lot of initiative with that. Sure, he could probably hold the line, but it's going to be a while before he can really gain his footing back. Anyway, for Kenworth on standby, we have Earth just with all the Maxims. All these, yeah, they're all Maxims. Maxim spam. It's been a while. Earth. I remember that from a previous game you did, but boy, oh boy. It's, oh my god, I love how you're using the dead body. It's like, sir, should we pick up the dead bodies and bring them back to, you know, Great Britain? No, just leave them there. We'll just keep the Maxim on the dead Universal Carrier's carcass. Sir, it's starting to stink. Oh, just hold your nose, Private. Oh boy, this is interesting. I see the double for Kenworthers in the background, so the Germans are ready for Allied armor. I don't know if they expect Allies to rush out armor first, or maybe they're hoping to rush out armor first. We shall see. We do have a Stuka, which could be very effective at counteracting a lot of the hard points that the Allies have set up, like this, where you have a lot of Maxims, AT guns, etc. Nice job with the minesweepers, counteracting any mines the Germans may lay. We have Yerlin going on the flank, trying to get behind them. Might do a little bit of damage. That being said, we have a lot of squads moving on in. We have a mechanized building over here, and that's it. We have a medical building over here, and that's it. So a little bit of everything. Fortunately, the Kubel kind of blew up, which is sad. It's very sad to see. But, you know, the Kubel gave it its best shot. It tried. Anyway, meanwhile, one thing I will say is the fact it looks like Orange may be trying to focus in mid more, which would give, who is this, Demon, pretty much sole coverage of this forest area. So it looks like also that GTA is in mid as well. So from what I can gather, it's going to be Redman trying to launch these assaults. And from what I can see, this guy is pretty fortified. That was a good hit with the mortar. From the mortar pit to kill that mortar. This other mortar needs to retreat. The British might be able to gain some, like, footing, but I don't think it's going to... I don't think they're going to gain ground. I think the Germans will be able to hold on for a little longer, especially because right here they have a command bunker, so they can heal up their bunkers and just keep firing, where the mortar pit needs to be repaired, and that might be a lot more difficult for Redman to do. Now, he did go, again, the emplacement doctrine, so we can haul that down. So now that with those abilities, he should be able to keep them alive a little longer, but we'll see for how long and if he can do so for the entirety of the match. We have a large German assault taking one of those Maxims. He's like, I got the Maxim! I got the Maxim! They can't use it! Why do I have a Maxim? These things suck. It's just in bulk, they're actually doing something. Anyway, T-70, the first, I would probably say, first tank of the game, because the only thing else we had was a Stuka. Anyone else have something? Earth doesn't have anything. We have a Centaur being deployed for anti-infantry, which is really good. Wait, do they... Nope. He has a building possibly being made, but looks like none of the Germans are really focusing on armor. Demon looks like it might be saving for a Tiger, which might be a bad choice. Once again, you need armor sooner than later, and if you allow the allies to gain advantage, again, they gain that initiative, and that can be very bad for just overall offensive. Yerlin doing a great job pushing on the left, retaking some key territory. They are holding key choke points. I think some mines in this sector would probably be very helpful, prevent enemy flanks, and also to identify where they're coming from. Earth went with the mechanized support. IS-152, fantastic at firing long range. Again, they just a lot of good combos here. They have tank destroyers, more advanced medium tanks. They have precision bomb strikes. They have units that can go behind heavy lines. They have a nice wide variety. But that being said, the Germans also have a good variety, especially with the Jagdtiger to help counteract the IS-152. So it's all just a matter of play style. Can the Allies keep the initiative, or the Germans counterattack and start driving home the fact on the Allies? Actually, right now, you can see here, Redman lost another mortar pit to fire. Once again, emplacements are not that great. And if we're going to be fighting an area with a lot of mortar coverage, it's going to be very, very difficult to keep that unit alive unless you have some of your own artillery. That's why I kind of like the, was it the Overwatch doctrine? No, it's not Overwatch. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's the artillery doctrine that the British can have, that pretty much they can, I know this one you can counteract fire, but I'm thinking of the one where you can, how do I say this nicely, the one where you can call an artillery from your base, but also it's automatic white phosphorus, not white phosphorus, airburst shells, that one. You also get the Valentine, the Sexton, etc. Just because you can counteract more artillery that way. And that way, if they bring up artillery or make artillery, you just ask your teammate for a recon. You can drop something that will instantly guarantee that artillery piece is a gone. Both squads pushing on in. Stuka beautifully taking out the Maxim over here. This entire area is open. I see no defenses over here. So the German should be easily able to capture this territory, which will put the Allies at a major disadvantage because they will not have that fuel, which could give the Germans a slight lead to start getting some of that better armor and maybe jump attack from medium armor to more advanced armored units. We shall see. I also see the 120mm mortar was taken by the Germans, which will at least give them a light artillery advantage, because that mortar is very powerful and can easily take out a lot of infantry units. So we'll see how that goes. We have a T-34-76 variant, not the 85, but the normal base 76. That should be helpful. That being said, the Germans do have a lot of Raketenwerfers from what I can tell, and a lot of AT, so that will be an issue that they will have to face. We have GTA going over with the Centaur, but the thing is, I don't think the right guy on the right has any AT whatsoever. He kind of missed that boat. So right now, this Centaur can pretty much go around and just keep on the pressure. Nice job with the Maxim. The big thing here, especially the 15-minute mark, is you need AT. You need some type of AT to guard that side. And now we're seeing the Allies just pumping out armored units. And the Germans, just, they need a bit more. Now, they do have a Puma. If the Puma uses its range, it can easily hold back the Centaur. But that's if it uses its range. I don't think it's going to be able to. I think this guy may just sacrifice it. I'm getting that gut feeling that I have occasionally. That's what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I may be seeing Teen Titans Go. So that might also... That's going to either prove me wrong or prove me 100% right. Whatever the case may be, once I realize that that movie is now tied with the Teen Titans Season 6 revival, I'm like, well, fuck. I guess I have to give my money to make sure that I get that goddamn show, because Cartoon Network, I want that show. I'm sorry to go off topic, but goddamn it, I want that show. Wow, Puma, great job of getting your Puma killed by some guards troops. That took a lot of... If you're thinking I'm going to say skill, no. Although the mortar hit right there is at least one positive thing. The AT did knock out something, so, I mean, it did push back the T-34 and the T-70 respectfully, but I can't say it did a lot. Anyway, it looks like on the far right side we have a lot more armored units moving in, a Cromwell and a Centaur. This should push back a lot of infantry. Once again, I'm not seeing any AT on the far right side. We do have a pack gun being deployed. The Tiger is yet to be made. Again, I feel like you should have gotten some better armor. I don't know why you didn't get armor. Again, you hold a very strategic point. You should have gotten armor so you can take it. Luckily, his teammate is moving over with a pack and slowly pushing that back. So at least the armor is pulling back and they at least have this side under their control. I think S Minefield would have been a smart move. I think, especially with 355 munitions, I think mining up this area, even saying, hey, teammate, do you want me to mine us up this area, would have been very helpful. He does know he's opening fire on this, so even though there is smoke, he can still direct fire, since, again, he can clearly see where this damn thing is. So, there we go. He's still being hit. Maybe one more shot, but I don't think it's going to die. Nope, misses. Okay. We have another tank, a T-34, going over on the right to help break up that side. That being said, the left-hand side and middle is pretty much falling apart at this moment. So, it's gonna... They're gonna need to do something if they want to rehold this area, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Maximum, I'm sorry, not Maximum. Infantry section moving on in with a MG going in that building. Oh, wow. They have a Vickers machine gun. That's actually pretty good. And it's tearing apart their own Vickers. Now they get in the building. They should be able to hold that point. We have a pack gun and along with another pack gun opening fire on the T-34. Beautiful shot knocking out its main gun. We have commandos and British infantry moving on in. They're going to need something to hold them back. MG's fine, but commandos are crafty and they can camouflage and kind of get through. So if they can kind of get around the MG, that MG is a goner. Or the entire front line is a goner, I should say. Wow, okay, or just... Nope, MG just barely suppressed them. Good for them. We have a huge front line over here, but they, for some reason, just left their units there, and the Stuka's like, oh, great, a perfect target. So, I think, what was it? Let me pull it up. Jimbo, 19 kills. That's really good. A heavy mortar pushing them back as well. Yearling going to have to regroup a bit. They're going to try to keep putting some pressure on those conscripts. Not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. Pack gun opening fire on the Cromwell. Okay. We have a second Cromwell over here by Redman. Once again, interesting strategy because I guess he was trying to rush that armor, but using two, maybe a little overkill. Usually, I like to diversify my units just because to have them for a specific situation. I think a Firefly might have been a little bit better, or a Centaur if you're trying to go anti-infantry. Or, again, Firefly is anti-armor. But, something along those lines. You have a precision bombing strike coming in, so this should do a lot of damage because he's not moving at all. We got one MG dead, possibly, maybe. The bunkers, no. Everything's alive. That precision bombing strike kind of sucked. Gonna be honest, it kind of sucked. Panther being deployed, that should easily hold back those Cromwells. Do they have any AT? They do have a 6-pounder, so that should at least hold back the Panther along with the other Cromwells and everything. If they open fire, it will be enough to keep the Panther back, in my opinion. Because once again, they're coming in from 2 different angles. So that you might say, oh, Greyshot, the Panther's front armor can deflect a lot of their shots. It can, but since they're coming in at the 2 different angles around, I think it's 30 degrees each side on that point, roughly. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of targets that hit the side, and that's the less armored. So it's a higher likelihood to, well, damage the damn thing. Wow, okay, fight the AT gun. Sure, that's a great idea. Wow, mine going off. Nice mines. Pulling them back. How's Earth doing? Should probably double check on him. Still has the Maxims, but he's microing them very well. And looks like the T-34s are going circles around the Jagdpanzer. They're trying to hold them back. They knocked out one of the engines, but they need something else. Oh my god, move back, the Stuka, you jackass. Why the fuck are you not retreating that? Oh my god. Hey guys, fun fact of the day. If there's an enemy tank close to your artillery, it may be a good idea to retreat it. So that way it doesn't become a smoldering pile of ash. That is all. That's your helpful COH2 tip of the day. By God, yeah, retreat your unit. All right, that may be helpful. I would say that may offer you some. It may keep your units alive. Jesus Christ, that was a really freaking stupid move. Anyway, somehow, some way, this guy's still holding off Redman. Redman does have Cromwells. I don't think the Pack should easily be able to hold him back, but this guy can just keep playing defensive. He should be relatively fine. The biggest issue would be a flank through this area here. But that being said, it looks like 11 is doing a decent job at holding. That being said, it looks like he might be stretched a little too thin because he had to send some force over on the left. And looks like both Ireland and Earth is preparing a major Soviet counter-assault. The British have kind of been more defensive, and that's kind of been not great. Redman has lost a ton of emplacements from the Germans, and I'll give GTA this, at least Mordpit's alive. He does have a decent amount of manpower, so I'm assuming he's saving up for something. I don't know what he's saving up for, but I'm assuming a Churchill or Comet. Judging by GTA, probably a Comet. But yeah, it's kind of weird to see that I'm like waiting for them to kind of push up, but it's just not happening. All right, T-34 is moving on in, but that being said, they expected it and are currently trying to mass Panzerfaust to kind of stop them. You should have had the Infantry hit it and then do it, so that way the unit is pinned. Right now, you have a Jagdpanzer moving on in, but why the fuck are you charging with the Jagdpanzer? Now, Earth is like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy charged with it. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, the heavy mortar did just hit the T-30-45, and looks like the AT shots or the Panzerschreck and the Panzerfaust are knocking them out. Light infantry moving in, which some of it's anti-armor, so that's going to cause some issues. Heavy mortar coming in, though, and just wrecking the infantry. Another T-34 moving on in. Panther, though, coming in to assist. I don't see a lot of AT, so if they kind of focus here, they could easily maybe knock out 1 or 2 armored units, which would be very, very helpful. Jagdpanzer getting a couple shots. We have a marked target over the Jagdpanzer. Other T-34 is, well, has a damaged engine. Once again, I feel like you could send up a unit. There we go, like that. Have this thing snipe it from afar. That way it keeps the Jagdpanzer out of harm's way. But you can easily keep that thing down and just keep shooting. Or you can not do that and just keep it back. Maybe they move over. Camouflage on standby, waiting for the flank. Just, no, it's in range. Okay, don't. And they're the guard troops. They're gonna pin it, and then the Camouflage is gonna keep firing on its side. And one more shot should kill it, but it's buttoned, so they can keep keeping it down, so the Camouflage can kill it. There we go. And that's why you don't push with a goddamn Jagdpanzer with no support. I feel like that was pretty simple on that lesson. Oh boy. Anyway, Redman's still holding the front decently well, or at least he's holding his side, I should say. Maximum spam, but the guards troops had to fall back. T-34 almost repaired. Ireland getting a decent army back up. Germans on their side kind of barely holding. Nice support gun, I'll give them that. Bet too. But right now they need to capture some points, and oh boy, there's not much time left. So we'll have to see how this goes. Fire grenade going out. some shots hitting the T-34. T-34 is like, that's fine. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. Now again, this is an 85 variant. That's a 76 variant. 85 has a little more armor and a better, more powerful gun. So that's how you can tell them apart. We have another T-34, the 85 variant being deployed. Germans have to play defense over here, but wow, okay, big assault on the right-hand side. A lot of units just died. I'm assuming from the mattress, maybe? 21 kills. Yeah, the mattress did it. So GTA's mattress just wrecked the right-hand side and killed a ton of this guy's units. Because, again, they're all grouped up. It's just the perfect takeout. Right now, 11's like the only, like, I don't want to say competent, but he kind of knows what he's doing. Again, he's trying to, I'm assuming, smoke his units so they can't die, but all you have to do is direct fire, and yep, there it goes. We do have some AT and a Centaur on standby, but it's not going to do much against the Panthers. Yeah, right now it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. We have double AT guns opening fire. We have a, is that marked target on both? Oh my god, we have a double marked target. That's funny. Yeah, they both have marked targets. They just hit both Panthers. Oh, wow. There goes one. Oh, it's showing you rear armor, so all it needs is the kinetic hit. Oh my god, blitzing and rams. Unfortunately, that 3-star T-34 is now crippled, cannot move its engine, and just, well, stuck. So, you're going to need to heal it, and do you have a healing ability? No, Yerland has a healing ability, Earth does not. Thought I saw one, I didn't. But I'm like, it's probably not going to help, and I was right, it can't help. We have a Tiger being deployed now. It's about time Damon's like, hey, I should probably use the 300, I'm sorry, no, he probably get more because of the Tiger. Like, over 450 plus fuel, finally get a heavy tank. It's like, Jesus Christ. Wait, how much fuel is this? 230, so yeah, just do the math. He had close to 600 fuel that he just used on one armored vehicle. Instead of upgrading, which he really should have done, and started getting some Brumbars, Panzerwerfers, Panthers, etc. to really help out his side, because the armor was what killed him. Yes, outside the armor correlation, you can say, oh, Greyshot, the mattress killed a lot of his units. That is true, but he had so much infantry because he did not get armor. If he would have got armor, the mattress would have been like, it would have been a minor inconvenience. Pack guns, though, opened fire and managed to knock out the Tiger, so that was a major inconvenience for the German player. And it's about 20 minutes in the game, and I'm already saying GG for the Allies. Germans have pretty much lost a lot of the momentum. Demon is pretty much gone in terms of overall men. He could possibly deploy another Tiger, but he has so few units and everything along those lines. I don't think 11 by himself is going to retake any side. You have these guys on the left. They do have a Yag Tiger, and they could easily push back a lot of armor. They have a T-34 capturing this territory. You can move stuff over here, and the Yag Tiger would fire. So, yes, the potential for Doctor and Jimbo to retake the left side, it's plausible. It's relatively reasonable, but I just don't think they're going to be able to hold. I feel like as soon as Earth comes back and he's like, oh, they're taking back the side, hold on. They're going to use Mark Target on the Yag Tiger and easily take it out, but that's my guess. And he does also have pack guns, so he can easily use them from multiple directions and hit the Yag Tiger and push that back. The Yag Tiger does have Verkenwerfers, so they at least have something to hold back armor that if it does flank, so he is at least somewhat supportive via armor or against armor, but not so much against infantry. He has some infantry units guarding him, but it's very few and far between. So infantry assault on the left would be a big issue. Both are being deployed to guard the point because it's like, how can we fuck over the enemy? Bofer would do it. Brumbar's not a bad choice. That would, at least you're using the fuel for something. That will at least keep the enemy infantry back, so you have that. But we'll see how things go. I'm hopeful. I am very hopeful. Maxim opening fire. That unit needs to retreat. I get it. When you have a lot of stuff going on, sometimes you forget. Like right now, he's probably just telling the units to capture territory. Now, I do need the Yag Tiger to actually hit something. Fortunately, his Verkenwerfer's like, I can take on the Yag Tiger. And again, they mark target it, so the Verkenwerfer will do a little bit more damage. But, again, not by much. Yag Tiger, come on, hit him. There we go. T-3045 has to pull back. And we have a lot of infantry and stuff moving on up. We have an ISU-152, so Earth is like, I can fight the Yag Tiger. And immediately Yag Tiger's like, no you can't. It hits the ISU-152. I'm assuming the machine gun up to the Dushka machine gun hit the plane. Or, no, that's... Or maybe some infantry. Yeah, I was like, German plane? No, because I know he had super cool air support, so I thought maybe he used that, but no. Wow, okay, Redman just pushing on left, just breaking up all those caches. Oh, that's going to really hurt the allied resources. Damon now with just a Brumbar and a Grenadier, though I will say this, he lost a lot of fuel. So last time I saw him, did he get another Brumbar? I feel like he got another Brumbar. Anyway, Max is barely holding on to the right-hand side with the Yag Tiger opening fire. He needs more of the explosive shots to hurt the infantry. Mid, it's not looking great. Yes, you do have a Panther coming back in from 11, but overall, it's going to take a lot to kill these stuff and then retake all the side, pretty much the entire left side. So we'll see how things go. I feel like, especially the British can fortify in mid. The Germans will have an issue of like regaining enough men to puncture that line instead of them building emplacements already on the edge of the line, so the automatic mortar fire and stuff like that would hurt it. Again, it's gonna be very difficult for him to push on the right. Anyway, it looks like we have some decent artillery. We have the Yag Tiger, I think, opening fire. Hold on. Is this explosive? Yeah, it's explosive. He's firing explosive shots against infantry. Nope, he's switching now. Yag Tiger's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull back until I get some recon, which might take some time. MG moving back. Yag Tiger opening fire on some infantry. On the far left, we have a Brumbar and Panther opening fire on the British armor. But we have a massive counterattack by both 11 and, oh, what's his name? Demon. So we'll see if Redman and GTA can hold them back. It looks like they will, just because they have a lot more long-range units and they're slowly pushing them back, but we'll see. Brumbar opening fire, missing the infantry. Right now, the Allies are just like sucking the Germans dry of just for capture points. They're trying desperately to capture the points so they can win, but yep, I think it's just a bad assault. I think they're just this is more desperate than really just like a strategic mind would do. This is way too desperate of a plan. Desperation can lead to some success, but just note that a lot of people, when they are super desperate in this game, they'll risk units that they really shouldn't. The best player to be in those situations is actually a calm level person, because you can analyze what you have, what you can lose, what you can't lose, and how you can effectively counter the enemy. If you make irrational decisions, wow, flying tree, it's gonna start hurting you long term. T-30-45s, conscripts, MGs, everything in between. AT guns pushing on up. The Yag Tiger being taken down. Oh, I swear to God, is this zeroing? Oh, now we have zeroing artillery. Oh my God, this would be great. You just need to pin these troops, have zeroing come down, get some recon, blow everything up. Oh boy, it's gonna be a treat. Come on, artillery right there. Yep, there it goes. And come on, more artillery. Bye, conscripts. It was nice knowing you. Oh my God. He's so lucky that infantry lived. Zeroing artillery causing havoc for the Allied lines, pushing them back slightly. This thing gonna die? Yep, there it goes. So that did kind of help, but I don't think it's going to help for long. The Yag Tiger's just going to switch to explosive rounds, which it's doing right now, and just going to start blowing up infantry. So we'll see how things go. We also have some type of airstrike coming in. We have the precision bomb strike over here. Knock out some of their infantry coming up. MG surviving though. Oh, nope, never mind. Mortar survived though. Multiple 5-star Volk squads. We have a Panther and a Yag Tiger on standby. Probably would be better if they... yep, he needs to get the upgrade to kind of heal faster. That would help out, you know, just a bit. In this situation, the Allies have complete dominance over all the victory points. This is a scenario where it may be better to connect the line, have a guy kind of defend one area, but like hold a flank and then just push hard from mid and the left, so you can kind of keep the line connected and everyone closer together. That may be what you have to do. Jimbo has left the game, so yeah, he saw how fruitless this mission was, and now the AI's taken over, so now we have a Kubo and a Luke. So on that note, I'm going to start to fast forward. This game's almost over. They're holding all the victory points pretty well. We have a big assault on right. Yag Tiger opening fire, but it's been marked. T-34-85 is opening fire. Yag Tiger getting a decent shot, but the ISU-52 comes in from behind. Up. T-34-85 trying to get the final shot on it. Nope, keeps missing. There we go, finally gets a kill. With the Su-85? Yeah, with the Su-85, good kill. But now they're just going to wreck this whole right side. Precision bomb strike coming in as well. Oh, I'm sorry, what is that? No. Oh, okay. IO-2 bomb strike. Very cool. But yeah, that was pretty much game. As soon as I saw the AI, I'm like, yeah, that's game. So let's double check damage. Earth got most damage. That makes sense. If I click on his name, the reason for that would probably be the armor. Yep, the ISU-52, nearly 7,000 damage. That thing, wow, actually did a pretty good job pushing back the Germans. Germans, Demon actually took a hell of a lot of losses. Holy mackerel. Although 11 took the most, so maybe he wasn't doing as good as I thought he was. Oh boy, holy mackerel. Yeah, he lost quite a bit. He was in a lot of engagements, which I guess is why I thought he was doing well, but no, he was just losing men all over the place. Best player on the Axis side was Jimbo, with most kills and damage. And what was his best unit? I'm actually curious. Because, yeah, that would make sense. He was the best, and then we left in like, oh, maybe we can't win this. Bulk squads. Oh, yeah, he had the Stuka, too. But he forgot to retreat. So that, I mean, and he had the Ag Tiger, so he wasn't even that great. Redman, you placed a little too much. Eventually, you counteract, that's fine, but you were losing way too many in place for a time. GTA did okay. Yerlin did okay. Pretty good with the armor flanks, but overall it was a decent match. Thank you, Earth, for submitting it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and send in those replays. It's been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time. Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Ollie, Joey, Ace, Danny, Aaron, Leo, and Tim. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. Another shout out to the Patreon supporters you can see down below. But in any case, thank you everyone. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time.